We're going to start, though, off the top at 6 o'clock with the tornado touchdown as the cleanup is well underway after at least one tornado hit Montgomery County last night. And the Fox 5 cameras rolling as that twister spiraled through Gaithersburg. 5 people hurt there after a tree fell onto a home. That damage widespread across Maryland. Dashcam video here from the road capturing yet another angle of that tornado there in Gaithersburg. A tornado also spotted in Columbia. You can see the damage it caused to at least one home in that area. Plus another one also seen in Poolsville, bringing down trees and branches there as well. This morning, several people hurt after trees fell on a number of homes across the region. But despite all the damage, all Montgomery County public schools are able to open on time today. So let's get right to Tucker with a little bit of the aftermath and as far as what's happening today. And speaking of aftermath, let's go find out what's going on from some of the county leaders up in Montgomery County.
Doing work removing trees from roadways and from power lines as well. So that work will continue. Last night, during the height of the storm, between about 6 o'clock and about 8:30, the Emergency Communications Center received over 100 calls for service. Those dispatched to 88 different events, 35 of which were definitely storm-related, although others may have been tangentially connected to the storm. We got incredibly lucky in Montgomery County with 2 different tornadoes coming during the peak of rush hour, evening rush hour. And when people are home having dinner in their homes, we were just very fortunate that the damage in Montgomery County was not substantially worse. We had storms tracking all the way across west to east in the county from Poolsville to Germantown, here in Gaithersburg, and across to the only Brookville area, and obviously could have had a substantially greater amount of damage. So the rest of the day today is going to be focused on cleaning up the storm damage, getting roadways, the few roadways that are still closed, open, clearing out wires and trees, and obviously assisting the families whose homes were more severely damaged, making sure they've got a place to go for the next several days, get them settled, and work with the American Red Cross and our Department of Health and Human Services to provide them with the support that they're going to need moving forward. That's all we have this morning, but happy to take any questions.
Dr. Stoddard, was there anybody else other than the 5 injuries from this house, anybody else injured throughout Montgomery County?
So we had a number of personal injury crashes, of which, obviously crashes are some of which are storm related because of, could have been debris in roadways, people making emergency decisions, but none that I'm aware of specifically being obviously transports to the hospital.
Any safety tips, anything to clean up?
Yeah, that's a good question. Thank you. So safety tips, obviously, if you're cleaning up, be very cautious. I would anticipate we'll see some injuries today from people cleaning up things in their yard. Be safe. If you're going to be up on ladders, removing trees, make sure you do so in a safe manner with an appropriate setup. If you do see still any down wires today, make sure you've called them in first before you go and just assume you can cut them down. We don't want, obviously, people to sustain injuries today during the cleanup, but that is something we are concerned about.
Dr. Stoddard, any idea, I know it's super early, about how much this is going to cost?
Yeah, it is super early because obviously we're still getting out. There were, across the state of Maryland, they're estimated at least probably 15 different tornadoes. That's what National Weather Services, they're going to confirm those today. And so, statewide, I'm not sure whether we'll reach the necessary damage thresholds for any sort of declaration across the country. But it's going to be, depending on the homes, it's going to be, it's several $1 million, but we'll have a better number for that later today, I think.
And I know I was one of those that my phone was going off, it was alerting. That system worked for me, and knew to go downstairs into the basement, take cover. After action, you feel like the alert system, the warning system, acted as it should have? Yeah,
we had a lot of people asking questions saying, "Oh, I didn't get tornado warnings where I'm at." Well, actually, they're very geolocated, so we actually connect directly with the National Weather Service. Our Alert Montgomery system interfaces directly with them. We also have the wireless emergency alert system. I was actually in the Kentlands in Gaithersburg last night for a dance event with my daughter, and during that, I received a wireless emergency alert while sitting in my car, and immediately moved inside to a store which had an indoor space. And so it worked as far as we can tell. We'll obviously make sure that that's the case for everybody. But it's one of those things where we've planned and prepared. Our Office of Emergency Management Homeland Security has long prepared for these events, and we've actually minimized any human necessity in the process, so that it's a very seamless process that goes quickly without really any need for very minimal mistakes can happen.
Do you know if these alerts, are they supposed to, even if you're asleep, even if, that's always been my biggest fear, that one of these things will happen when in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
And are the alerts supposed to go off even if your phone is in a sleep mode or that sort of thing?
Yeah, so the wireless emergency alerts, anyone who's connected to a cell tower, whether you registered or not, this is the national service, much like the Amber Alert system, where it'll give you the pretty loud, obnoxious tone, and that should wake up just about anybody if you receive those, and that's only going to go for a warning, meaning there's an imminent risk of a tornado striking your residence at that time. That's why we have that alert system, and it is quite loud, so I think it'd be very difficult. The only way you would not get those alerts is if you've gone in and deactivated specifically within your phone to turn it off.
You talked about the potential for 2 tornadoes. Could you talk to us about those, how close they were together? I know the National Weather Service is still doing their assessments, but how long were they on the ground? How much other damage did they cause? Just talk about the specifics of the weather.
Yeah, what we believe is the first tornado actually came across from Leesburg, across Poolesville, into Germantown, and we think that's where it ended. The other one came Gaithersburg across 270 to where we're at today, and proceeded across to the all-new Brookville. This seems, based on initial, this may have been actually the smaller of the 2 tornadoes, but that'll come out today later in terms of they'll assess the wind speeds and things of that nature. But obviously west-east is, it's a pretty long distance for 2 tornadoes to travel.
And you're saying the National Weather Service is already saying preliminarily EF1 for both of them?
Yeah, that's the preliminary for this site. I don't think they've made it up. They hadn't made it up to Poolesville as of last night, and so they'll make that assessment today. But they base that a lot on, you have to look at the trees and the nature of the damage, and that will help them understand exactly what the wind speeds were likely at the time. And so obviously by the time they got out here last night, it was already dark, so they'll be out again today helping us do the assessment, tracking the route of the storms, things of that nature.
But just confirming, because there's been a question about the exact number of tornadoes. 2 is what?
We believe 2. I mean, it could end up being more than 2, but we think at least 2 in Montgomery County at this point. Okay. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it.
All right, there you heard a bit of a wrap-up. We're still waiting to hear from the National Weather Service as far as the actual tornadoes and the number, and some question there as to what it was. But more of a breakdown of the amount of people who had to be treated last night because of it. But, coming from the county officials and the health department there, saying essentially we got pretty lucky, all things considered, with the way that it could have gone.
Yeah, they said they had at one point over 100 calls into their emergency response center, but only 5 injuries, no deaths, which is some good news. They also mentioned, of course, this happened during the evening rush hour between 6 and 8:30, which could have fared far worse given that situation.
Right. And I know for everybody who was damaged this morning, it's, you still have to deal with that, and we're not diminishing that in any way. And of course, our best to those who were injured. But that being said, certainly could have been much, much worse with some of the videos that we're starting to see. Let's get to